So 160 unsung young carers being supported by the Carer Centre in Brighton Hove. One of them is 10-year-old Luana. She was on half term last week. She came in with her dad and asked what she did on her week off from school.
Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday I did some counselling groups with the young carers where we talked about our feelings and emotions, and we talked about what it's like to be a young carer and how people outside might not understand and how you can explain to them what like a type of disability is.
So not your typical half-term week, going down the park and all of that? No. All right, and how do you feel about caring for Lucas?
Well, I'm quite proud of it because, I mean, he's more like calm and like he's not like that type of brother that screams around the house going berserk and you're like, get out my room now, you're being really annoying and stuff. So he's really nice and little, but I like to play with him sometimes if he's not on the iPad, because that's what he's on 24/7.
Does he hog it a little bit, does he?
I have my own.
Okay, that's okay. Fair enough. So he's on his, but if you can prise it away from him, then you'll play together.
Yeah.
And how do you care for him? How do you help him?
Well, once when I was about to go to dance, Lucas had just been sick in the car, so Dad had to clean up the car, so I went in to give him a shower while that was happening. And sometimes, because what my dad says is there's my mum and my dad, sometimes both of them can't calm them down, but it's a third person, so me, that can try and calm him down other than anybody else.
So you got the magic with him, have you? Okay, that's good. And does that mean that you miss out sometimes on things that you would like to do?
Well, kind of, but not really, because I always go on the school trips, because my mum can basically take care of Lucas, but I have a few friends from the young carers who their mums are disabled and they have to like help them every day, so they have missed out on certain things that I have done.
Does that feel fair to you, do you think? That young people are looking after grown-ups?
Not really, but they don't have like really any other like anybody else to like do it for them, because most of their family don't want to know because they are like disabled, so they don't really like them in a way, but not really, because disabled people are just the same people as us basically. They just are a bit different to us in a way that either their brains don't work properly as like ours do, or their legs or arms don't work, or even their whole body.
How do you think Lucas feels about you?
Well, sometimes he could throw a big tantrum and say, I hate you, Luana, you're the worst, you're horrible. And sometimes he can be really lovely and come up to me and give me a hug and stuff.
Does that surprise you sometimes? You're not quite sure sometimes how he'll react?
Well, I know how he'll react, because normally if he's really angry, he's shouting, and if he's not, he's in his room going on the iPad or doing something else, and then he'll come into my room and give me a hug. Okay.
Steve, just give me a reaction to what Luana's been telling us for the last few minutes. What's she like as a daughter?
She's fantastic. We wouldn't know what to do without her, really. And it's quite often it's that third person that quite often myself or Lucas's mum will be at a standstill as to what to do next, and Luana will come along and she'll offer that. And he'll go over to her sometimes. It's a common thing with these kids that there's a third person scenario. It is the same at school. When his normal helpers can't calm him down, that other person will come in, and it's just like flicking a switch. And without Luana there, I mean, our life would be intolerable.
Okay.
So she's brilliant.
How do you feel about the fact that it takes up a lot of her time when she could be either out with her mates? She was saying about going on the 3-day course during half term.
Yeah, that's upsetting, and quite a lot of the time we do our utmost to remember she is a 10-year-old child. She needs to do the things that a 10-year-old does as well. So to try and keep that balance is always at the back of our minds. So it's good that the young carers used to have these activities that offered a bit of a respite, a bit of a outreach.
Is there a threat? Is there pressure on those services? Because all sorts of council services have a threat.
Yeah.
So in what way might that affect your family?
Well, the young carers service is being badly affected by the cuts now. The days out, the activity days out that they used to offer the families to places like Knockcadge Adventure Park and trips out of the city, they're all being knocked on the head.
I think we can see how important those days are to you as a family, because it gives Luana here a chance to be a child as opposed to like an adult carer showering your brother down when he's been sick on himself. Do you like those days out?
Yes, they are very fun. Once we went to Air Hop and I loved it.
Air Hop? What happens at Air Hop?
It's a massive trampoline park where there's foam pits where you can flip into them, and there's trampolines on the walls and stuff.
What are the things that you like doing when you do get spare time? What are your interests?
Swimming, dance, and either going on the iPad or doing some colouring.
That's 10-year-old Luana's story. Listening to that, Amanda...